friends, today I filmed a tutorial on this look, which is kind of my take on supermodel makeup. I am inspired by Rach Loves, who I will link below, and Samantha Ravindell, who I will also link below. They both did videos recently with their interpretations of supermodel makeup. Samantha recreated a look from Instagram, and Rachel kind of took inspiration from the Vogue getting ready with me videos, and I really liked the idea of something that was clean and fresh and dewy and natural, but still looking like very put together. So I used some products that are a little bit more lifelike on the skin, a little bit dewier, a little bit of multitasking, and I used a lot of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, which I feel like that's a throwback for most of YouTube. But if you're like me and you spent a lot of money on it, you want to get your money's worth, which I have. So I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, I am starting off with a clean face. I just have moisturizer on. I'm gonna start off with my skin, which is unusual for me. But I want to do just a really soft, sheer coverage, like I just have a filter on. Like there's no makeup, just a filter. Although we're gonna need some makeup. So let me cover that first. I'm gonna use this Anastasia stick contour in Banana. It's really yellow. So like this is supposed to be a foundation stick, it's not. But I am gonna use it just as extra coverage in my problem area. Oh yeah. Just so that I don't have to pile on a bunch of concealer to kind of cover that up. I know that's not like my typical MO, but we're gonna give it a hey. I'm using a Morphe flat stipple brush to blend it out. I can't deal with my hair. I feel like a lion with my hair down. I need a haircut real bad. Okay, so that's just like barely covered anything, but I will go in with some concealer. Next I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh. This is in the color Light Medium Sheer Tint. It is very sheer, as you will see. I typically apply this with a beauty blender. I'm gonna half apply it with my hands and half with a brush. And it's super sheer, as you can tell, but it feels really good on the skin. I never get like dry patches, which is saying a lot for my oily combo skin. I'm wearing my robe today because I feel like that's what supermodels do, or at least they do when Vogue comes to their house slash hotel room slash it looks the same because their houses are hotel rooms. It's very offensive. I'm going to take the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I got this on Amazon. Is this the French version or is it just a knockoff? Because the packaging looks different to me. I'm just gonna pretend that it's the Dior version of Maybelline. I don't know. Applying that under the eyes. Again, I don't want super full coverage. I just want to kind of make it nice. And then supermodels are always using their hands. Always. Every time. I'm going to take slightly over the lid. Gonna cover up my face demons with the Bay NARS Complete Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Creme Brulee. And just like that, I have perfect skin. Boom. It's not perfect, but this is a vast improvement, but it still just looks like skin. I've got a nice glow. It matches my neck. It really, like, if you looked at me, you'd just be like, oh wow, she's really well rested. I'm going to take a stick bronzer. This is from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to use this to bronze, so I'm not totally going to contour like a bronzer. Bronzer is a word that I just learned, and yes, I hate it and regret using it just now. Whatevs. But I feel like supermodels and, you know, that type of girl, the Glossier style, that girl who just looks effortlessly put together all the time. That girl typically doesn't have like, you know, crazy amounts of makeup on, and I feel like the best way to achieve that look is with cream products because the texture looks the most skin-like as a general rule. You know, I'm not sure about this color. It's a little like greenish, but we're gonna make it work. In the mirror it looks great, so we're gonna deal with it. Okay, do I look beachy? Do I look... I don't, I still look pasty. Okay, I'm gonna take it slightly over the cheeks and the nose just to really get that sun-kissed vibe. And then we're gonna do a little bit of blush. I'm going to bust out the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I love this thing, but I never use it, so we're gonna use it. I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush into, you know, that one. I don't know, I've really put this guy through the test. I broke it the first time I used it, and I used alcohol to bring it back to life, so I'm pretty proud of it. I have a special bond and connection to it, but I'm taking that color and using it as a blush. I know that's not like what it's meant for or whatever, but that's what I'm doing. It does have a really nice glow. It barely has any pigmentation, but I like it. And then we are going to stay in that palette, get another Real Techniques brush. This is the Duo Fiber Face Brush, and I'm going to go into the first color. I think that one is Radiant Light. You know, it's really hard to tell, but it's the first one on the left. This one has no color. This is almost like a translucent color, but I'm just going to use it to set my under eyes. Because it does have some luminosity to it, it really gives a good smooth appearance. It's slightly dark for me, but I think with all this bronziness we'll be all right. And then I'm going to tap it onto kind of the T-zone area. For a shimmery powder, this is probably the only product with shimmer that I would ever put like in my T-zone area where my pores are, because normally a shimmer product is going to kind of draw attention to that area, but I feel like on me it just adds like a little bit of lightness, and it really has a good smoothing effect. If you have dry skin, first of all, congratulations. You can keep makeup on your face and not feel like you're wasting product every time you use it, so that must be nice. But if you are an oil slick / combo girl like myself, I got a powder, but I'm gonna be selective with my powdering. I'm gonna take my MAC Studio Fix Pressed Powder Foundation in NC15 with my Morphe powder brush, and I'm just gonna take it here for a little bit extra coverage. I'm gonna take it across this area because on camera it's looking a little much. That was my whole face. Old habits die hard, but you know what? We'll go back. Okay, let's hit the eyes. I'm gonna take that same color that we used for the blush, and I'm going to apply that all over the lid. I feel like every time I watch those Vogue videos, these girls are using like 3 products, and that is not my natural inclination. I definitely am a more is more type of gal. I'm focusing it more on the outer corner, and then slowly building it up and in. Okay, and then I want to add just a little bit of dimension because I can't stop myself. So I'm gonna use my typical bronzer, Medium Cocoa from Too Faced, and looking down into my mirror, I'm gonna go right into the socket with the absolute lightest touch. Just so light. And notice that I'm keeping my brush relatively perpendicular. I'm not doing like this. I'm not doing like this. I'm trying to keep it head straight in just to help the application be more precise and also help the blending be more precise. Because if I go like this, I'm gonna blend all of that bronzer down onto the lid, and I'm really trying to avoid that. Okay, and then we're gonna take a little bit underneath with a smaller crease brush. We're just gonna do the bronzer color. I'm gonna do a hint of eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Naked 3 pencil, which I'm sure you can't find anymore, but I'm gonna use the color Dark Side, which is like a grayish, purplish color, but these blend out really nicely and they do stay very long. They stay very long. They stay a very long time. And I'm just taking it right between the lashes, and I'm only taking it in that far. I'm not taking it all the way. I didn't think ahead. I need my accent brush. Right, smear. This is the Real Techniques accent brush. Detail brush. Accent, oh yeah. And just smudging it out. I'm gonna take a little bit more, just to try to get a bit of a wing. It doesn't work if you don't use that side. The air conditioning just kicked on outside, so if you can hear that, it's Texas summer, what can I tell you? Okay, so that is it for the eyes. We're just gonna throw on some mascara, and I'm going to use the Hourglass Caution mascara. This stuff, but they're so expensive, but so good. I think just the sample is like $12. I'm like, I could buy 2 CoverGirl Clump Crushers for that, but I won't, because I like this mascara. This mascara would be my holy grail if it didn't flake. And it doesn't flake a lot, but it flakes more than my Clump Crusher. So, you know, CG's gonna take the win on that one. So the eyes are done. We're gonna move on to brows. I'm going to use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette. This is, again, a decent dupe for Gimme Brow, and it's like 1/3 the price. So I'm gonna brush all my hairs up. If your brows are a little bit more sparse than mine, feel free to, you know, use what you need, but I really want to keep it natural-ish and soft. And if you have kind of a patchy area, like where you can see skin, you can use the tip of the brush and just kind of draw it in. It's not as precise as a pencil by any means, but it definitely helps. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of highlight, not a whole lot. I'm still gonna stay with that Hourglass palette. I'm gonna do the color in the middle that obviously I'm almost out of. I hate hitting pan. And we're gonna throw that right on top of the cheekbone. This is not a blinding highlight by any means, but it is just a really pretty sheen, and it does look like skin, which I really like, and I think is perfect for this kind of look. Okay, for lipstick, I'm gonna take the Tarte lipstick in Salt Life with a Y, of course, because they're hip and fun and fresh. I'm gonna take it on my finger and just pat it on. I find that this is the most low maintenance way to apply lipstick because you don't need to line your lips, you don't need to do anything. You can fake a little bit more poutiness, which is nice. And I'm also going to use this color. This is a risky move, but I'm going to use this color as a little bit of blush. Just a little bit. And that's pretty. All right, that is super pretty. I really like that on the cheek. If you want to add a little bit more glossiness to the lips, I would really recommend the Lancome Juicy Shakers. I have the color Freedom of Peach. You have to shake it up really well. They're really fun to apply. I get a lot of weird looks when I use them in public. But it has just like the sheerest hint of color, but it's in kind of an oil, so it feels really nice. Just like that. Finished off with some setting spray. We're gonna use All Nighter. This is not oily girl approved makeup necessarily, but there are some things that you can do to make it more oily friendly. Setting spray is gonna be key for me. All Nighter from Urban Decay, great for oily skin. This is a must for this look because if you are gonna powder it like I did, you're gonna need something to kind of melt the powders into the skin so that it does look more lifelike, more skin-like, more natural. So yeah. Alright guys, so that is the look. I really hope that you learned something cool today, that maybe you are inspired to try your own version of Supermodel makeup. If you do, I'd love to see what you came up with. So be sure to tag me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Email me, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. But yeah, I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Feel free to reach out to me on social medias. It's at Emily Funbun, pretty much everywhere except Facebook, because who cares about Facebook? Be sure to give it a thumbs up and a subscribe and hit the bell. And I don't know why I'm doing this, but I will see you later. Oh, by the way, I have decided that for now, I'm gonna try it. I'm going to have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday upload schedule. If there's an extra video, great. But I'm gonna try and stick with 3 videos a week. Let me know if you guys think that's a good idea, if you think I'm crazy, if you want 5 videos a week, whatever. I don't think any of you want that, but let me know. And also let me know if the setup is a little bit better, because I got a ring light and a better tripod and I feel so professional. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.